This is the cleanest game gear I've ever seen. It turns on and immediately turns off, so I know the capacitors are bad, of course, but it appears that none of them have leaked, which is amazing. This is the va5 variant. On the right side of the main board, you're going to install two 10 UF capacitors, one here and one here. And you're going to go to the left side of the main board now after you do that, and you're going to install 6 more of the 10 UF over here. See, they're very tiny. They're even smaller than the 100s. You don't need a lot of flux. And you have to try to hold it in place until you get this one joint done. Once you get one of the joints soldered on, it'll hold it, and then you can do the other side. It's very hard to control these, as I don't know if you can see, but I need to move it over a little bit because there's not a lot of room here to solder on the other side. So I'm going to heat it up again. Make sure it's secure. Didn't really get it back as far as I wanted, but that's good enough. The solder job doesn't have to be perfect. All that matters is they have a good connection and nothing else is touching that shouldn't be touching. Do this side. Alright, next to it, you put another 10. And right here is another 10. I'm going to do all the 10s first, and then I'll do the 100s. And then there's a 1 UF that goes, this is another 100. The 1 UF goes right here. Then that's another 100. This is a 10. I'm going to go right here and put in the next 10. Next 10 goes there. Now I'm going to install the 100 UF capacitors. The next 100 is going to be right there. There's another 10 UF right here that I forgot to do. Right here I need to put one 100 UF capacitor. The board is marked, see? The white is negative, and then you see the plus over there. And the longer leg on the capacitor is the positive. So see this side, put that in there. Positive. Make sure to leave a little gap there. Now we gotta replace these other two. Take the 100 UF. Remember, the longer one's positive. See, on there, positive, minus. There's some solder there. I'm gonna have to just heat that up so I can push this through. You get that soldered in, then you're gonna flip it over and make sure that it looks alright. And see, it looks pretty good. It's not touching the board, which is good. Okay. Now we're gonna get some flux. Okay, that looks good. Now I gotta replace the last capacitor, this little one, 22 UF. Gonna grab them with some pliers and gently twist them until they come off. See? These definitely blew out and failed many years ago. Some alcohol, because you want to remove the old electrolyte that came out of the old capacitors off of the board, because it can cause shorts. Did the same thing on the main board and the power board. See that right there, 1992. Pretty darn old. Make sure that you remove the old capacitor legs. There's one right here I wasn't able to get off. So I'm just going to leave it. And this board gets 5 of the 100 UF capacitors. Clean the board up with some alcohol and then put it back inside of the system. Let's see if it works now. Look at that.